Welcome back to our continuing series, Profiles of the Proletariat, and remember, this is satire. Stacey Abrams is on track to become Georgia's first female...
Hold on a second. What are you doing? You gotta give me a little bit of warning before you jump right in.
Oh, did you want to do an intro or something?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Georgia's first
Dude,
black...
you're blowing up my spot.
Well, listen, okay? This is my show, alright? You can't just show up, flaunting your goods, and take away my rights.
Rights? What are you talking about?
Not all men.
Oh,
Not
God.
all men.
Abrams is yet another phenom in this year's midterm cycle. She wants to create an affordable housing trust fund in Georgia to support communities as they find solutions for affordable housing. And she wants to fully fund public schools while protecting them from privatization and provide free tuition to all of Georgia's state technical colleges.
She wants to end offshore drilling in Georgia, and meanwhile, ensure that low-income communities and minority communities are not unfairly impacted by commercial or industrial projects.
It's coherent. She would like to repeal the state's campus carry law.
Wait, that's legal there?
Yeah, dude. She's gonna do everything in her power to enact universal background checks and invest in mental health and social programs that stop the cycle of gun violence.
And the GOP is having a hard time digging up anything negative about Stacey Abrams in order to ice her campaign's momentum.
Yeah, they tried to make her burning Georgia's Confederacy-inspired state flag into a bad thing.
Stacey Abrams is also defending herself for attending a protest back in 1992 where a Georgia state flag with a Confederate battle design on it was burned.
I think it's much ado about nothing in that if you look at what the protest was about, it was about the segregation flag that was put in, or symbol that was put into the Georgia flag back in 1956. It was put in specifically to talk about you did not want to have, you wanted to desegregate folks, but to have segregation. Ultimately, that battle and that struggle she had in 1992 was successful because the people of Georgia came together to remove that symbol out of the Georgia state flag.
I'd burn that flag too.
Jinx! Abrams' opponent, Secretary of State and man who feels pain while smiling, Brian Kemp, is currently being sued by several civil rights groups for purging Georgia state voter rolls of over 53,000 voter registrations, 70% of which were black, just before the election.
Ah, post-Trump America, where terms like conflict of interest and abuse of power only exist as dessert items on the Mar-a-Lago Club menu.
The old GOP voter suppression tactic. Never gets old. Wait, no, the other thing. The opposite thing, actually. It's super tired. Very tired.
It's exhausted.
Yeah, exhausted. Almost as exhausted as I get whenever I ratchet Mitch McConnell's neck flaps. Jesus God, why doesn't somebody censor those things?
Speaking of gross, Kemp has said that he won't recuse himself as Secretary of State in the event that the state is sued because of his voter purge after the election. It's been a Republican tactic during these midterms and most recent elections, actually. Do something shady with too little time to fix it, drag it out just long enough so that voters become apathetic in time for a repeat election.
Voter suppression is basically the entire GOP platform right now. The last tiny dead branch hoisting them up from the quicksand that is demographic annihilation.
Yeah, except the tiny dead branch is Donald Trump's d***.
Well, okay. Anyway, be sure to look at Stacey Abrams' campaign website, which we'll be sure to leave in the description. And also, maybe phone bank for her, or if you can, donate to the campaign.
Well, thanks for coming back for our second installment of Profiles of the Proletariat. And no, we're not changing the title because having hams for fist on a satirical show doesn't even come close to all the awful shit going on in the grand old party right now.
Stay tuned next week for our third and hopefully final installment.